Look at your hands. These hands, they are not made for chasing. They are not built to grasp frantically at the air, hoping that a single paper bill might flutter close enough to catch. The very posture is one of desperation. A chase is a reaction. It is an admission that what you seek is outside of your control, that it is fleeting, that it must be captured before it escapes you forever. And this frantic, soul-exhausting pursuit is the single greatest lie we've been sold about wealth. You have been taught to be a hunter, stalking an elusive prey through a tangled forest of bills and obligations, always one step behind, your hunger growing with every failed attempt. But I am here to tell you that the entire paradigm is backwards. It is a cosmic error. You were not designed to chase money. You were designed to build something so profound, so valuable, so utterly magnetic that money has no choice but to turn around, seek you out, and beg to be a part of your vision. The great minds of the last century, the Carnegies, the Edisons, the Fords, they understood this not as a strategy, but as a fundamental law of the universe, as immutable as gravity. Napoleon Hill did not call his seminal work Chase and Get Rich. He called it Think and Grow Rich. The verb is think. The action is internal. It is a cultivation. It is the patient, disciplined work of a farmer who does not chase his crop, but instead prepares the soil, plants the seeds, and trusts in the natural order of growth. The modern world screams at you to do more, to hustle harder, to run faster on the treadmill. But what if the secret isn't to increase your speed, but to change your direction? What if the key isn't to work on your schedule, but to work on your mind? The poverty that truly cripples is not a lack of currency in your bank account. It is a lack of certainty in your soul. It is the poverty of a weak philosophy. So I ask you to take a breath, to stop for just a moment, to unclench your fists, and to consider a different path. A path not of chasing, but of becoming. A path not of pursuit, but of undeniable magnetic attraction. This is not a theory. It is a law. The law of attraction, as misunderstood as it is, has a core of brutal, practical truth, like attracts like. But it is not about wishful thinking. It is not about visualizing a sports car and having it magically appear in your driveway. That is a child's fantasy. The true law is far more powerful. It states that when you become a person of value, you attract valuable things. When you operate with the energy of creation, you attract the resources required for creation. Money is not a thing, it is energy. It is a neutral resource that flows towards competence, towards solutions, towards vision. It is agnostic to your desires, but acutely sensitive to your output. Your life's mission, then, is not to attract money. Your mission is to become the kind of person to whom money is naturally attracted. The shift is everything. It moves you from a position of begging the universe for a handout to a position of commanding the universe with your value. This is the first and most important step. The internal shift from beggar to builder, from hunter to architect. The foundation of the empire you wish to build is not made of brick and mortar. It is made of the thoughts you choose to entertain, the beliefs you choose to cement, and the identity you choose to forge, starting now. This transformation begins where all great creations begin, in the silent, uncharted territory of your own mind. This is your command center. This is the workshop. And right now, it is likely cluttered with the debris of 1,000 failed pursuits, the limiting beliefs installed by a world that profits from your doubt. The first task is not to build, but to demolish, to clear the land. You must become an archaeologist of your own soul, dig into the layers of I can't, and it's not possible, and that's for other people, not for me. These are not your thoughts. They are ghosts, echoes of past failures, criticisms from those who gave up on their own dreams long ago. You have allowed them to take up residence, and they are squatters on your potential. Evict them. With ruthless determination, you must evict them. This is the unglamorous, difficult work that no one sees. This is the discipline of the mind. Henry Ford, on the brink of creating an industry, faced relentless doubt. They said it couldn't be done, but his mind was a fortress. He declared, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That is not a clever quote for a poster. It is a statement of cosmic law. Your external reality is a perfect reflection of your internal convictions. What is the story you tell yourself about money? Do you see it as a corrupting force? As something scarce, reserved for the lucky or the unethical? If so, You have built a wall between yourself and the very resource you claim to want. You must rewrite that narrative. Money is a tool. It is the lifeblood of enterprise. It is the amplifier of good. With it, you can build hospitals, fund research, create art that lifts the human spirit, provide security for your family, and empower your community. To vilify it is to vilify the hammer in the hand of a master carpenter. The problem is not the hammer. It is the intention of the one who wields it. You must see money for what it is, a silent partner in your mission. It is not the goal. It is the fuel for the goal. This shift in perception is not semantic. It is alchemical. It changes your entire relationship with the world. When you stop seeing money as a finish line and start seeing it as the fuel gauge of your impact, your energy changes. You are no longer desperate. You are focused. You are no longer greedy. You are purposeful. And that purpose, that burning, undeniable why, is the engine of everything that follows. For you cannot build a magnetic life on a foundation of vague wishes. I want to be rich is a weak, hollow cry. It has no substance. It has no pull. What is the vision? Close your eyes. Not to see the number in your bank account, but to see the world as you will have changed it. See the product you will have created that solves a genuine problem. See the service you will have rendered that eases a burden for thousands. See the art you will have brought into the world that gives voice to a feeling others cannot express. This is not daydreaming. This is blueprints. This is the architect. Before a single shovel hits the earth, holding the detailed plan in his mind's eye. Every great fortune, every legacy that outlives its creator, began this way. Walt Disney did not chase money. He chased an experience of wonder. He saw a world of animation and theme parks so vividly that it became more real to him than the doubts of his bankers. His vision was so clear, so detailed, so emotionally charged that it acted as a gravitational force, pulling the necessary resources, the artists, the engineers, the capital, into its orbit. Your vision must be the same. It must be so clear that it feels like a memory of the future. It must be specific. What problem are you solving? For whom? How does it feel to deliver that solution? This clarity is the magnet. This is what you are building. Not a bank balance, but a reality. And what is the bridge between this vision in your mind and the reality you will inhabit? It is a bridge built with two materials, unshakable faith and relentless discipline. Faith is not a passive hope. It is the active, daily conviction that your vision is not only possible, but inevitable. It is the deep-seated knowing that you are on the correct path, even when there is no external evidence to support it. This is the faith that sustained Thomas Edison through 10,000 attempts to invent the light bulb. He did not see each failure as a defeat. He saw it as a discovery of another way that would not work, bringing him 10,000 steps closer to a way that would. That is not optimism. It is a fundamental rewriting of reality. It is the understanding that there is no such thing as failure, only feedback. This faith must be cultivated like a sacred fire, protected from the winds of doubt and criticism. It is your inner compass, and it must point unerringly toward your North Star, no matter how dark the night. But faith without discipline is a hallucination. It is the dreamer who never leaves his bed. Discipline is the engine. It is the daily, hourly, minute-by-minute application of effort in the direction of your vision. It is the choice to do the work when you don't feel like it. It is the choice to study when you could be entertained. It is the choice to create when you could be consuming. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the price of admission to the life you claim you want. It is the currency you exchange for freedom. And here's a critical link. You are not disciplining yourself to chase money. You are disciplining yourself to serve your vision. You are waking up at 5 a.m. not because some guru told you to, but because that quiet hour is when you can best serve the blueprint in your mind. You are reading that book on marketing not to make a quick sale, but to understand how to communicate your value more effectively to the world you wish to serve. The energy is entirely different. It is a difference between a mercenary fighting for a paycheck and a patriot fighting for a cause. The mercenary's loyalty lasts only as long as the money flows. The patriot's resolve is unbreakable. Your discipline must be that of a patriot for your own vision. This marriage of faith and discipline forges a new identity. You are no longer someone who wants to be successful. You are a successful person in the act of becoming. You begin to dress like them, think like them, talk like them, and work like them. You adopt the habits of the person who has already achieved what you seek. This is not fake until you make it. This is become it until you are it. Your identity shapes your actions, and your actions, compounded over time, shape your reality. Every time you choose a disciplined path, you are casting a vote for your new identity. You are telling the universe, and more importantly, telling yourself, this is who I am. This is how you build credibility with yourself. And when you become credible to yourself, you become credible to the world. Opportunities begin to find you because people sense the congruence. They feel the solidity of your character. They see the discipline, and they know that you are a person who delivers, a person of your word. This reputation, this personal brand of excellence, is more valuable than any single transaction. It is the bedrock upon which lasting wealth is built. It is the foundation that makes the magnetic pull of your vision irresistible. Now, with your mind cleared, your vision set, and your discipline in place, you must turn your gaze outward. Your mission is not to create value in a vacuum. It is to create value for other human beings. This is the master key. This is the core mechanism of the law of attraction as it applies to wealth. Andrew Carnegie's entire philosophy, the one he imparted to Napoleon Hill, was built on this principle, that vast fortunes are accumulated by rendering vast service. The money is not the goal. It is the byproduct. It is the echo of value created. Your focus must shift from how can I get to how can I give? How can I serve at the highest level possible? How can I solve a pressing problem? How can I alleviate a pain point? How can I bring more beauty, efficiency, joy, or peace into the lives of others? When you become obsessed with service, you tap into a universal current. You are no longer operating from a place of scarcity, but from a place of abundance. You are acting as a channel for value, and the universe rewards channels. This requires the cultivation of a specific skill, empathy, the ability to step into the shoes of your fellow human and see the world through their eyes. What keeps them up at night? What are their secret aspirations? What frustrations do they face that they have almost become numb to? The greatest fortunes in the modern era were built on profound empathy. Steve Jobs did not chase money. He chased an intuitive, beautiful user experience. He empathized with people's frustration with clunky, impersonal technology. He asked, how can we make this a joy to use? That question, rooted in service and empathy, built the most valuable company in the world. The money followed the value. It always does. Your task is to find your own point of leverage. Where can you apply your unique talents, your knowledge, your passion to serve a need? This is not about finding a passive income stream. It is about finding an active service stream. The income will be a natural consequence of the quality and scale of your service. And scale is the next component. To attract significant resources, you must learn to think in terms of multiplication, not addition. You must build systems and structures that allow your value to be delivered to thousands, even millions of people. The artisan who makes one beautiful chair at a time serves one person. The visionary who designs a system to manufacture that beautiful chair with efficiency and quality, or who creates a platform that teaches 10,000 people how to build their own, serves multitudes. Henry Ford's genius was not just in building a car. It was in building a system, the assembly line, that made the car accessible to the masses. He served on a scale previously unimaginable, and the fortune that flowed back to him was a direct reflection of that scale. Your vision must include a plan for scaling your impact. How can you leverage technology, partnerships, or new models to magnify your service? This is not about dilution of quality. It is about the amplification of value. It is about building a legacy, not just a livelihood. When your primary concern is the depth and breadth of your service, you enter a flow state with the universe. You are working with the natural law of cause and effect. You are planting seeds of value that will inevitably grow into a forest of abundance. The chase is over. You have become a cultivator. Yet, the path of the cultivator is not a straight line through a sunny meadow. It is a rugged climb up a mountain, with switchbacks that seem to lead you away from your goal, with sudden storms that threaten to wash you off the face of the cliff. This is where the final, and perhaps most important, qualities are forged: resilience and adaptability. The universe does not test your wishbone. It tests your backbone. It sends challenges not to stop you, but to strengthen you, to prove to you the depth of your own conviction. Every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback, but only if you have the eyes to see it and the will to endure it. Abraham Lincoln faced a lifetime of political defeat, business failure, and personal tragedy before he ascended to presidency and preserved the Union. His story is not one of easy success, but of relentless resilience. He understood that failure is not a permanent condition unless you accept it as such. Your response to adversity will define you. Will you see a closed door as a final verdict, or will you search for a window? Will you let a market crash, a failed product launch, or a critical comment shatter your vision? Or will you use it as fuel to refine your strategy? Resilience is not a trait you are born with. It is a muscle you build through repetition. Each time you choose to get back up, you become stronger. Each time you analyze a failure and extract its lesson, you become wiser. This process of overcoming is what forges an unbreakable character. And it is this character, more than any business plan, that attracts loyal allies, discerning investors, and devoted customers. People are drawn to those who cannot be kept down. There is a magnetic power in resilience that is unmistakable. Coupled with resilience is adaptability. The world is not static. The market shifts. Technologies evolve. Needs change. The blueprint you hold in your mind must be drawn in pencil, not etched in stone. You must hold your vision with a firm grip, but your methods with a loose hand. The goal is the North Star, fixed and guiding, but the path to it may need to change with the terrain. The great innovators were masters of adaptation. Disney started with a cartoon rabbit named Oswald, only to have him stolen away. Instead of giving up, he adapted. And on the train ride home, he sketched a new character, a mouse named Mortimer, whom his wife would later suggest he rename Mickey. A setback became the catalyst for an icon. You must cultivate this fluid intelligence. You must be willing to pivot, to iterate, to listen to the feedback the world is giving you. This is not a betrayal of your vision. It is a refinement of it. It is a process of aligning your offering ever more perfectly with the needs of those you serve. The stubborn chase money. They insist on their original plan, even when the world has moved on. The architect adapts his design to the landscape, ensuring the final structure is not only beautiful but enduring. Your ability to bend without breaking, to learn and evolve, is what will allow your vision to survive the test of time and flourish. This is not a detour. It is part of the main road. As you walk this path, as you build and serve and adapt and overcome, you must guard against a silent thief of energy, ingratitude. The mindset of the chaser is one of perpetual lack. There is never enough. The finish line is always receding. This state of constant wanting is a drain on your creative power. It signals to the universe that you are in a state of deficit, and it will respond in kind. The mindset of the architect, the cultivator, is one of profound gratitude. This is not a soft, sentimental concept. It is a strategic tool of the highest order. Gratitude is the recognition of the abundance that already exists in your life. It is the fuel for your faith. When you practice gratitude, you shift your energy from what is missing to what is present. You acknowledge the tools you already have, the skills you've already developed, the support system that surrounds you, the simple miracle of being alive with a mind capable of such a grand vision. This practice of gratitude creates a powerful, virtuous cycle. By focusing on your current assets, you amplify them. You see possibilities where others see limitations. A man grateful for a single hammer sees a potential to build a chair. A man obsessed with the lack of a full workshop sees only impossibility. Gratitude is a lens that brings your existing resources into sharp focus, allowing you to use them with maximum efficiency and creativity. It is the attitude that allowed the great builders to start with nothing but an idea and a relentless work ethic. They were grateful for the idea itself. They were grateful for challenge. They saw every resource, no matter how small, as a gift to be leveraged. This attitude of thankfulness makes you a magnet for more. The universe is generous to those who appreciate its gifts. It withholds from those who take them for granted. Make gratitude a daily discipline. Before you plan your day, give thanks for the opportunity to build. When you face an obstacle, give thanks for the strength it will forge in you. This is not denial, it is alchemy. It is a process of turning leaden challenges into golden opportunities through the power of a thankful heart. And as you build, you must remember the most critical law of all, the law of compensation. You do not get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you pack into the hour. You do not get rich by exchanging time for money. That is the trap of the chaser. You get rich by creating a vessel of value, a product, a service, a system, a piece of art that can be delivered to the world independently of your direct time. You are compensated not for your effort, but for the impact of your effort. The farmer is compensated not for the backbreaking labor of planting, but for the harvest that labor produces. Your focus must always be on the harvest, on the end result, on the value delivered. Are you creating something that people will gladly exchange their energy, money for? Are you solving a problem that is worth solving? The size of your compensation will be directly proportional to four things: the need for what you do, your ability to do it, the difficulty of replacing you, and the scale at which you can operate. Master these four factors. Become obsessed with increasing your capacity to deliver needed, excellent, unique value at scale. This is the engineering behind the magnetism. This is the math that makes the philosophy practical. When you understand the law of compensation, you stop asking for a raise, and you start building a case for one based on the value you create. You stop being an employee, and you start being an asset. And valuable assets are always in demand. So, we return to the beginning, to your hands. Unclench, open, ready not to grasp, but to build, ready not to receive, but to create. The chase is over. The exhaustion of running after a phantom is gone, replaced by the quiet, powerful certainty of the architect surveying the blueprint of a new world. Your world. You now understand that money is not a prize to be won in a race against others. It is a patient and logical resource. It is a shadow that follows value. It cannot be commanded by want, only attracted by worth. Your life's work is no longer a question of how much can I get? It is a statement of how much can I give? How much value can I create? How many problems can I solve? How much beauty can I bring into this world? How many lives can I elevate through the relentless pursuit of my purpose? When you orient your life around these questions, a profound shift occurs. You stop being a beggar at the feast of life, and you become a chef in the kitchen. You are no longer concerned with the portions on other people's plates. You are consumed with the art of creating a meal so magnificent, so nourishing, so unforgettable, that people will gladly pay to taste it. They will line up around the block. They will tell their friends. The reputation of your kitchen will spread, and the resources, the finest ingredients, the best equipment, the most skilled assistants, will flow to you naturally. They will seek you out. This is the secret known to the Carnegies, the Edisons, the Fords, the Disneys. They were not money chasers. They were world changers. They were builders on a colossal scale. They faced the same doubts, the same failures, the same storms that you will face. But they possessed the one thing that makes all the difference: an unwavering focus on their vision and a fanatical devotion to delivering value. They built their magnetic fields through service, through discipline, and through an unbreakable belief in the inevitable reality of their dreams. Now, the blueprint is in your hands. The tools are at your feet. The command center of your mind is waiting for your orders. The world is not waiting for you to chase down your fortune. It is waiting with bated breath for you to build something worthy of attracting it. So go, build, serve, create, become the magnetic force you were always meant to be. And watch as everything you stop chasing finally turns around and begins to chase you.